Hello, for those who do not know me, I am Matt, a data and analytics professional who's worked with major corporates across Europe. In 2025 only, I've worked with Fortune Global 500, two of the 25 biggest companies in Greece, a big four, and a smaller company that's also listed in the local stock exchange here in Athens. So I'd like to talk briefly about data quality, the value it brings, and some tips on how you can improve it for your company. Traditionally, a data set that consolidates data across your systems and processes in an accurate way has been important for two main reasons: operations. So if you need to send, for example, some shipment to a customer, you need to know where their address is. If you want to send them a promotional piece of content, you need to know of the ways to contact them. And also decision making, which is most important given my focus at least. So in order to understand whether your sales increased, you need to first understand exactly what your products are. If you'd like to understand whether your market share is increased, you'd also need to have quality information about the competition. You'd could also ask questions about the quality of your internal processes, and so on and so forth. Now, traditionally, there have been three main means of providing those insights. The first one was structured reports, potentially automatic, the business intelligence reporting, that provide information and KPIs in a structured way based on agreed upon business rules to senior management and middle management. Also, a second potential use case was a data set that provided pre-calculated information to analysts who would then be able to perform their analysis and create ad hoc reports in a more productive way. And of course, the third way was to empower advanced analytics, econometrical models, simulations, optimization, and the traditional AI tools that we've been using for over a decade to do prediction and classification, in order for the analysts in the company and the decision makers to be able to have a different perspective, potentially focused more on root causes and not only what has happened, and also make predictions and understand what might be the best way to tackle challenging questions going forward. Nowadays, we also have another use case, another way to bring value to decision makers in the organization in general. It is Gen AI, of course. So Gen AI tools needs a lot of data to have the context and be able to provide answers to questions we'd like to ask directly about our data, and also to be able to have agents, for example, that can perform meaningful actions throughout our business processes. So the value of quality data increases as its use case capabilities and importance increases as well. Another important aspect here is that in the last couple of years we've seen many companies from other regions to have flood the market with large volumes of products and low prices. And I think personally that the way to answer to this kind of situation is to be able to understand your customer better, to understand their requirements, their needs, and serve them in the place and in the way they want. And to do that, you need to consolidate the information about your customers across and from the various touch points that you might have. So either it is social media, customer databases, CRM, CRPs, their past interaction with the company. So better customer understanding, better understanding what they want, how to serve them better is probably the key in order to compete against low price and not so high quality products that are aimed in a mass consumption space. So in order to improve your data quality, there are no magic bullets. You mainly need a set of business rules that are clear, understandable, agreed upon, and some simple potentially tools in order to check your data across and against those business rules. So, of course, you might have automatic data flows populating data lake houses, but there are simpler ways as well. I remember when I was working in London over 10 years ago, I was working with a very great guy called Matt as well from Scotland, who had created in Excel a sheet with a set of formulas that checked the incoming data against some business rules that he'd set. So every time we downloaded data from a database that we used to perform analytics and send out reports to the project stakeholders, he would immediately know whether the data we got was of the appropriate standards in order for us to perform our analysis, and saving a lot of time, of course, in the process. So it's not that difficult, it just requires some basic controls. If you automate it, you'll increase your productivity as well, but it just requires communication, clarifications, understanding, and that's it. So if you found interesting what I said, you may also check out my profile, my GitHub page, and there you'll find some material on how to make your company more data-driven. Also a quick 10 question survey, like an analytics and AI maturity audit, to be able to check out your maturity in this kind of aspects. I'm also going to send you a personalized scorecard, some recommendations. We can also book a call to discuss how we can help your company advance their data-driven decision-making capabilities. So, thank you very much, and speak soon.